There you go. Good job, big boy. High five. It doesn't come out.
We're going to Great Wolf Lodge, but first we're at the grocery. I will get my snack. Daddy. Yay!
You take this. Good job, man.
What will happen next?
Hey, so if you liking what you see so far and you feel like I'm providing value, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It really does help out my channel. And if you want to see the inside scoop, the behind the scenes of my everyday life, make sure you're following me on Instagram.
Hi guys, you might not be able to tell, but behind me, we're at Great Wolf. And we're gonna go to a water park. You'll see us there. And remember, at our house or on the road, I showed you that it was at the store. Yes, I showed you that we were going to be there in 3 hours, and we're there.
We are going to take y'all with us this weekend. We are going, the Army. Yes, the Army. Pay for us to go to Great Wolf Lodge this weekend. So we pulled the kids out of school Friday today. And we are going to go to a marriage retreat. It's actually a marriage retreat through the military, but they're paying for everything, food, everything. So we are going to enjoy ourselves for free this weekend. Oh my goodness. We are gonna go in there later. We're gonna go in there later. Come here.
I wanna go now.
Because we have to wait for Daddy.
And then we're gonna go.
Yeah.
And then it will hurt my eyes.
No, because you're gonna look at behind you. Look at the playground.
It won't be scary.
It's not. It's not scary, right, Gavin? Okay, I hate to interrupt this video, but did you know Army Princess has its own cosmetic brand? And sure, you can go to Ulta, Sephora, or even a beauty supply store, but you should probably just give mine a try. Link in the description. I'm excited to spend the weekend with the kids. This is one of the many programs that the military has that we are taking advantage of, and we try to go every time they offer it because it's free 99.
Yes.
And it's a good program.
Good family quality time with the kids and the spouses.
And you don't have to use your leave.
Oh my
God. Are you excited, Grandpa? So I spent a little while in the lobby trying to explain why we're there, but the audio was not very good, so I'm just going to do a voiceover. So we were there this weekend for a Army event called Strong Bonds. Now each unit has a chaplain services, and usually if you're interested, you can get with your chaplain and they will provide information on a Strong Bonds event. They have Strong Bonds for married soldiers and Strong Bonds for single soldiers. But in this one in particular, it was geared towards families of deploying families. So if you were coming back from deploying or you were going to a deployment, this was a great opportunity. They paid for families for the whole weekend here, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and we got to partake in marriage counseling, which was amazing. It just helped us bond and connect as a family. They also had childcare provided so we can attend the classes, and it gave us a little bit of time in the evenings away from the kids just to bond. So we were here for a Strong Bonds event, and if you have it in your unit, please participate because it's a great opportunity. See what all we got.
And that's what we're telling you you've got to do with your spouse. It's worth investing the time to have the conversation in their language. That's kind of the gist of it. Because our spouse rarely has the same love language that we do. If you don't get that figured out, you'll miss a lot of opportunities. And the male's love language is physical touch. And the spouse who is behind's love language is acts of service. Because they've been taking care of the kids in the house for the last 9 months, and they don't want to look at them for a long time. And you're like, no, just get over here. I need to
So, what'd you think?
It was good.
We just got out the first session. We're going to go get a drink before the kids. Before we pick up the kids. We can take the steps.
We got to get the kids in 15 minutes.
They gave us a little time, so we have our little adult time. Not nothing nasty, just it sounds nasty. Just, you know.
This time.
Without kid time before we have to go get the kids, so. But it was a good little session.
It was good. No, it was good.
We got to see what our love language was, so that's good. If you have not done that, make sure you do it, the 5 love languages.
Yeah, he chimed in. He got enough money.
All right, let's go get some drink. What you got, boo?
Bring it out, goodness. A giant gummy snake. I'm just gonna eat half of it because I know that stomach will be growling and enough for dinner. So let's get to it.
You got your snake? Good morning, y'all. We have officially hit day 2. I am heading to go get coffee. I just dropped the rest of the family off. It was bright. The rest of the family off for breakfast. So they have breakfast provided for us, like a little continental breakfast buffet. I brought my own breakfast, of course, because a lot of the times it's eggs and bacon and all that stuff, and I don't eat that. But I need to get my coffee because I don't drink regular milk either. So usually they put like just regular milk and cream and all of that stuff. So I'm going to get Dunkin' Donuts. Luckily they have Dunkin' Donuts inside of Great Wolf Lodge where I can get oat milk. So I'll see y'all at Dunkin' Donuts. Why is this the line? Why is this the line for Dunkin' Donuts, y'all? OMG.
Husbands, you're not answering what you think the answer is. You are trying to match what your wife is writing down on paper.
For me or for
So wives are writing down for themselves. The husbands are trying to write down what their wife is writing down, not what they would answer. You're gonna match. Wives, what do you have the most of? Sense of humor, sense of time, sense of adventure, common sense.
And don't be looking at my answer.
Anybody looking at your ragged answer?
We just hit day 2 here at the resort, the Great Wolf Lodge Resort. Had an amazing time so far. Gavin is back there napping, as y'all can see, and Gabriel took Giselle down to the pool because, of course, you know, she didn't want to stay and take a nap. He needed a nap because yesterday he was on 10 at like 8 o'clock. So we still got a long day ahead of us today, but we kind of got a break in our session, which is really, really cool. And it brought me to this point that I wanted to talk to you all about. I feel like in the military, a lot of times military marriages and being a mom and just having a family in the military gets a bad rap. And don't get me wrong, I always say this, having a family in the military, I feel like it's work, you know what I mean? But that's any marriage, it's work. You have to work at it in order to make it work. And so I'm going to start a new series later about just how I'm transforming my life as a person in the military. Like, I'm growing into having the life that I always wanted and the life that I always dreamed, because had I not joined the military, I may not have been able to take my family on vacations, go out of the country. We're going out of the country this year and taking the kids with us. So the military has provided those opportunities for me to be able to do that with my family. So I don't always like to hear like all the bad rap that it gets, because I feel like those are individual people with individual situations that bring that into the military, and then the military kind of gets a bad rap. Yes, the military is high up tempo. Yes, you may have a spouse that deploys a lot, like often. Like my husband is gone a lot of the time, but it's the way that we communicate, is having that communication, being able to move pieces around and be flexible and make certain things priorities, that allows us to have the relationship in the family that we have. And so I just felt the need to come on and talk about, like, you can be a military mom. You can have a family in the military. You can be dual military. You can have a spouse that deploys all the time, and it can work. I don't want people to think that because they see certain things in certain people that is the end all be all, because it's definitely not. And that's the thing that I try to preach a lot on my channel, is that everybody has their own experiences. Everybody's going to go through a lot of the same things being in the military. That's the thing that brings us together. But it's how you deal with the situation. It's how you communicate. It's how you react to certain situations is what makes or break that situation, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a work relationship, whether it's your job, whether it's the environment. Is how you deal with it and react to it is how it's going to be for you. So I like for people to see our family life. I like for people to see that there are programs and things in the military that is geared towards helping the military family. And that's why we always take part in the Strong Bonds, because literally they're offered several times a year, depending on the unit and the location. And like I said yesterday, the Strong Bonds here was geared towards deployment families. It was catering families of deployments who've been in that high up tempo, or who've been away from their spouses for a long period of time. And they paid for all of us to come here to eat for the whole weekend, and gave us free marriage counseling on top of that. Where you gonna get that at? Tell me what Amazon job, what corporate job is gonna pay you, put you up in a hotel, in a resort for 3 days, bring your family, provide childcare for them, and feed all of y'all breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 3 days. What job is going to do that? Yes, the military has its cons, but the military definitely has its pros, and people don't talk about the pros enough. That's why y'all got me. So I'm going to leave that there. That was my little family rant, and I'm going to let Gavin nap, because I don't want to, please don't wake him up. I don't want to wake him up. And we are going to head to the pool. In about 30 minutes, I'll wake him up from his nap. So I will see y'all later. Gavin! I'm right here, Papa. Gavin! Gavin! Did you have fun? Yes. You gonna do it again? Go one more time. Go this way, go this way. Make sure you walk, make sure you walk.
Want to see more videos like this, then make sure you hit that subscribe button. Like, what are you waiting on? Go now.